You left a mark that I can't seem to heal, a scar that has a strange and tender feel. It's not the ugly kind that makes you turn away, it's the kind that makes you turn away. And trace the edges with a careful hand, the most beautiful damage in the land. I should be running, I should be hiding my face, but I can't stop staring at the place. A wound too beautiful to look at, too deep to leave, the kind of ache that makes a heart believe that pain can be a kind of poetry, that pain can be a kind of poetry, a tragic, lovely, haunting melody. You cut me with the surgeon's gentle art, left a wound too beautiful to fall apart. I'm bleeding, the blood is a work of art, a wound too beautiful to look at, tearing me apart. I show it to no one, keep it to myself, this exquisite injury upon my shelf of memories, of moments, of your face, the most beautiful destruction in this place. A wound that looks a lot like, can't replicate, a wound that looks a lot like love. It's too late to call it anything but what it is, a masterpiece of broken promises. A wound too beautiful to look at, too deep to leave, the kind of ache that makes a heart believe that pain can be a kind of poetry, that pain can be a kind of poetry, a tragic, lovely, haunting melody. You cut me with the surgeon's gentle art, left a wound too beautiful to fall apart. I'm bleeding, the blood is a work of art, a wound too beautiful to look at, tearing me apart. I should hate you for the beauty of the pain, for making me a connoisseur of profane, but I canvas of my heart in the in-between of love and loss, of hope and grief. You gave me a wound that's a relief from the ordinary ache of a simple break. You made my heart a piece of art, heart believe that pain can be a kind of poetry, a tragic, lovely, haunting melody. Cause then I lose the last beautiful you left behind. A wound too beautiful to look at, a wound too beautiful to look at, tearing me apart. You walk on my ashes every day. You don't see the smoke, you don't smell the burn. You've forgotten every lesson you didn't learn. You tread the ground where I used to live, taking everything I had to give. And now you walk with careless feet over the dust of my defeat. I'm scattered where you pass each day. You walk among us and you don't even pray. You walk on my ashes every day, without a glance, without a word to say. You don't know you're crushing what remains of the woman who took all your pains. You walk on my ashes, lift your shoes and carry pieces of me you never meant to use. I'm the dust beneath your feet, so light. You walk on my ashes every day and night. I used to think that when we said goodbye, I'd gather up my remnants and I'd fly away from you, away from the debris of a love that never learned to be. But I'm still here, a fine gray dust mixed with the gravel of your trust. And every time you take a step, I feel the weight of the regret I've kept. You walk on my ashes every day, without a glance, without a word to say. You don't know you're crushing what remains of the woman who took all your pains. You walk on my ashes, lift your shoes. You walk on my ashes, lift your shoes and carry pieces of me you never meant to use. I'm the dust beneath your feet, so light. I wish you knew the damage that you tread upon, the ghost of who I was, the girl you've drawn and quartered, scattered on the ground of mourning from the single sound. I've lost my voice, I've lost the talk of resurrection, of rising home. You walk on my ashes and you take my soul. You walk on my ashes and you don't even know that's the cruelest part, the ignorance, the carelessness, the way you just keep going. You walk on my ashes every day, without a glance, without a word to say. You don't know you're crying, who took all your pains? You walk on my ashes, lift your shoes and carry pieces of me you never meant to use. I'm the dust beneath your feet, so light. You walk on my ashes every day and night. You burn through everything you touch, leaving ashes, leaving dust. I freeze whatever comes too near, turning warmth into a fear. But when you touch me, when you blaze, I feel the melting of my haze. And when I cool your fevered skin, we find a place where we but skin. Your fire and ice were a beautiful mistake, a contradiction that the universe couldn't break. You burn, I freeze, but together we're a steam, the only thing that lays between the poles of a dream. Your fire and ice and we should not survive, but somehow in the clash we keep ourselves alive. You temper me, I cool you down, the hottest and the coldest town. They say that opposites repel, they're wrong. We've built a world where we belong, in the space where flames and crystals meet, a harmony of bitter and sweet. You need my chill to hold your sweet, you need my chill to hold your shade. I need your heat to melt my cape of armor that I wore so long. Your fire and ice, but we're a song. Your fire and ice were a beautiful mistake, a contradiction that the universe couldn't break. You burn, I freeze, but together we're a steam, the only thing that lives between the poles of a dream. Your fire and ice and we should not survive, but somehow in the clash we keep ourselves alive. You temper me, I cool you down, the hottest and the coldest town. Fire without ice is only destruction, ice without fire, this makes sense. Your fire and ice, and in the space between we found each other, not a clash, a dance. Your fire and ice were a beautiful mistake, the only thing that lives between the poles of a dream. Your fire and ice, and we should not survive, but somehow in the clash we keep ourselves alive. You temper me, I cool you down, the hottest and the coldest town. Your fire and ice, and we are the only warmth that makes sense, not inspire and ice together forever. I know the spring is waiting just outside, the thaw, the bloom, the open of the tide. I know that other gardens call my name, I know that other gardens call my name, where love is not a never burns my skin, of holding on to ice that furring within. The frozen walls of where you used to be. You're the winter and you're all I wanna see. You're the winter I willingly freeze in, the cold I choose, the frost that settles on my hopeful views. I know I could have summer, I could have spring, but I don't want the warmth that others bring. I want the ache of you, the bitter air, the way you freeze me, the way you're never fair. You're the winter I willingly freeze in, my sweet defeat. I'd rather freeze with you and feel the heat. They tell me I should leave, should learn to love the gentle season sent from high above, but I've become addicted to the sting, the beautiful and terrible offering of your cold shoulder, your indifferent eye. I'd rather shiver with you than not try to find the warmth that hides inside the frost, to find the warmth that's my heart's inside the frost. I don't care if it's my heart's final cost. I know it's not healthy, I know it's not wise to choose the chill that freezes from the inside, but every time I try to walk toward the sun, I feel guilty guilty for the cold I'm leaving undone. I've made my choice, I'll always admit it. I'll freeze forever if it means I'm near the winter that I love, the one I fear. You're the winter I willingly freeze in, and I don't care how many layers I have to wear. I'm staying, I'm staying, I'm staying. You're the winter I willingly freeze in, the cold I choose, the frost that settles on my hopeful view. You're the winter I willingly freeze in, my sweet defeat. I'd rather freeze with you than feel the heat. The thaw will never come and I don't want it to. I'll freeze here forever. In the winter I chose, the only warmth known was the ache of you. Goodbye spring, eternal cold. I wear your wound as jewelry. You left a mark I thought would fade in time, a bruise that never healed, a crooked line. But somewhere in the healing I found a line. But somewhere in the healing I found a way to turn your damage into my display. I polished every edge until it shone. I made a necklace of the bleeding bone, and now I wear it proudly on my chest, the souvenir of who loved you best. I wear your wound as jewelry on my skin, a beautiful reminder of where I've been. You meant to break me, meant to leave a scar, but I made art of who you are. Every cut, every crack, every shattered place has become a jewel I wear with grace. You gave me pain, I gave it a name. I wear your wound as jewelry and I'm not the same. I used to hide the places where you hurt, cover the marks beneath a buttoned shirt, but now I let them catch the morning light, a constellation of our final fight. People look and wonder what they see, a scar, a story, or a mystery. I tell them nothing, let them guess and stare. I tell them nothing, let them guess and stare. I wear your wound like I don't care. I wear your wound as jewelry on my skin, a beautiful reminder of where I've been. You meant to break me, meant to leave a scar, but I made art of who you are. Every cut, every crack, every shattered place has become a jewel I wear with grace. You gave me pain, I gave it a name. I wear your wound as jewelry and I'm not the same. You thought the wound would make me hide my face, that I would shrink within my own disgrace, but I have turned your cruelty into art. I've made a jewel of my broken heart. Every time you hurt me, I made a bead to string along the necklace of your deed. The prettiest ruin in the crown, the prettiest ruin in this town. I wear your wound as jewelry because I survived you, and that's the most beautiful thing I own. Thank you for the wounds they made the most beautiful I'll ever own, not as pain, as power. You burn me down, you watch me fade to gray. You thought you'd seen the last of me that day. You walked away without a single glance, convinced you'd ended every last chance. But you don't understand the kind of fire that lives beneath my funeral pyre. You killed the woman I was then, but I've rebuilt myself again. I rise from the ashes every night, while you're sleeping, while you're holding someone tight. I gather up the pieces of my scattered soul to make myself completely whole. You think you've won, you think I'm gone, but I've been rising since the crack of dawn. But I've been rising since the crack of dawn. You can't keep a phoenix down for long. I rise from the ashes and I'm strong. Every day you try to bury me in the rubble of your memory. You add another layer of your lies, but I can see the hunger in your eyes. You want me gone, you want me dead, but I've been rising again, I'm a blur. I rise from the ashes every night, while you're sleeping, while you're holding someone tight. I gather up the pieces of my scattered soul and make myself completely whole. You think you've won, you think I'm gone, but I've been rising since the crack of dawn. But I've been rising since the crack of dawn. You can't keep a phoenix down for long. I rise from the ashes and I'm strong. You thought the fire was the end of me. Believe in the resurrection of life from the tomb, because I choose to, and I'll keep choosing forever. I rise from the ashes every night, while you're sleeping, while you're holding someone tight. You think you've won, you think I'm gone, but I keep a phoenix down for long. I rise from the ashes and I'm strong. I rise every single night, whether you see it or not. I rise, not despite the fire. I rise, and I always will. I've spent years constructing careful walls, made a logic made of careful calls. I told myself I'd never be that girl who crumbles at the mention of a curl, of someone's lip, the whisper of a hand. But you have made me understand that all my architecture was in vain. You touch me and I'm liquid in the rain. I melt when I touch you, lose my form, become a puddle in your coming storm. No resistance, no defense, a scent of something I can't fight, can't flee. I melt when I touch you and I'm free. That love would always keep me here, behind a wall, behind a gate. I melt when I touch you and it's great. I used to think that melting meant I'd lose the parts of me that I could use to keep myself from falling to blast. Of warmth is not a weakness, not a flaw. It's the absence of an off to stay a solid thing. You touch me and I finally sing. I melt when I touch you, lose my form, become a puddle in your coming storm. No resistance, no defense, a scent of something I can't fight, can't flee. I melt when I touch you and I'm free. That love would always keep me here, behind a wall, behind a gate. I melt when I touch you and it's great. I've stopped trying to hold my shape around you. The effort was exhausting and it bound you. I'd rather melt, I'd rather feel the dissolution of my careful plan. You touch me and I understand. It's the courage to be overthrown. I melt when I touch you, lose my form, become a puddle in your coming storm. No resistance, no defense, a scent of something I can't fight, can't flee. I melt when I touch you and I'm free. The love would always keep me here, behind a wall, behind a gate. I melt when I touch you and it's great. Keep touch me, I wanna melt forever, into you, into us, into this solid left. Just liquid love, just you, just me, this. I die before melting. You reach for me with open, burning hands. You think your warmth can make me understand what it feels like to let the walls come down, to be the softest woman in this town, to be the softest woman in this town. But I've been frozen for so many years that he just magnifies my deepest fears. I crack before I ever get to thaw. You touch me and I turn to shards of awe. I die before melting, shatter before I soften. You think your fire will warm me, but it sends me to an often place of breaking, of splitting at the seams. I cannot be what lives inside your dreams. I die before melting, I fall apart. I wanna give you everything you need, but I die before melting. I'm a different breed. I see you standing patient with your flame, believing that my ice is just a game, a waiting thing that only needs the right degree to turn to water and to set me free. But I'm not ice, I'm something else instead. But I'm not ice, I'm something something else instead. I'm glass that's been so fragile since the thread of my first break so many years ago. I die before I ever get to flow. I die before melting, shatter before I soften. You think your fire will warm me, but it sends me to an often place of breaking, of splitting at the seams. I cannot be what lives inside your dreams. I die before melting, I fall apart. I wanna give you everything you need, but I die before melting. I'm a different breed. It's not that I don't wanna let you in, it's that I've forgotten how to begin. Soft, aching, boiling thoughts crying how to get. I want to be the water in your hands, but I'm the sand that never understands. I'm not capable of softness anymore. Just shards, beautiful, sharp and cold. Final chorus, softer, resigned, was fragile and frozen. Voice trembling, faded sorrow. The frost settles on my hopeful views. I know I could have summer, I could have spring, but I don't want the warmth, that ache of you, the bitter air. The way you freeze me, the way you're never fair. You're the winner, I willingly freeze in my sweet defeat. I'd rather freeze with you than feel the heat. A single piano note repeats, fading into silence. The bamboo plays one last, like live meat in the middle. Not because we didn't try, because I couldn't survive the try. You watched me crumble in the fading light, thought the darkness would consume the night, but you don't know the rhythm of my kind. I leave my old self further behind. With every setting sun, I let it go. The hurt, the weight, the puppet strings you sew. And when the morning paints the sky anew, I'm not the woman that you once knew. I burn and reborn every dawn. I die to live. I take the pain you gave and I forgive. Not you but me, for staying in the flame. Now I'm the keeper of my own name. You thought you'd see the end of me for good, but every sunrise brings a different mood. I burn away the shell you used to own. I burn and reborn and I finally grow. I used to hold the ashes of the past, believing they were all I'd have at last. But now I know that ashes are the seed of everything a heart will ever need. To rise again, to try again, to be the woman I was always meant to be. So let the fire come, I'll meet it there, with open arms and without a single care. I burn and reborn every dawn. I die to live. I take the pain you gave and I forgive. Not you but me, for staying in the flame. Now I'm the keeper of my own name. You thought you'd see the end of me for good, but every sunrise brings a different mood. I burn away the shell you used to own. I burn and reborn and I finally grow. I used to fear the burning, used to hide from the fire that I carry deep inside. It burns the old, let the new begin, so the flames consume what you have made. I'll rise tomorrow, unafraid of any scar, of any mark. I burn and reborn, I'm not a spark. I burn and reborn every dawn as I'm broken, because I'm healing, and healing require lots of it every single day. I burn and reborn every dawn. I die to live. I take the pain for staying in the flame. Not you but me, for staying in the flame. Now I'm the keeper I used to own. I burn and I finally grown every dawn. I choose the fire, not the fire that destroys, the fire that remakes. I burn, I begin again.